Hello guys, welcome to League Report where we give you the ins and outs of the league.
What the hell? Oh my God!
I'm joined by Zubair, by my co-host. We're going to talk a little about game week 2, give you a little recap. 23SB versus Bounce and Omega versus SSS. Both games, the favorite team, keh sakte hain, quote unquote, came back from deficit. And we'll talk about 23SB versus Bounce. Sabse pehle, Zubair bhai, some thoughts about you from you about that game. It was a nail biter. You guys looked like you were going to lose. And the first quarter, Bounce went on like a 28-3 run.
Yeah.
And but you guys showed that championship pedigree, came back.
Yeah.
So what did you think about it?
23SB has been known now to make comebacks like that. It's not a good habit. We're slow starters in the first quarter. It's happened a number of times, so it is something that we have to tackle and address.
Yeah.
It was 23-8 after the first quarter. Why was it 23-8? Bounce was playing really well. Bounce was playing inside game featuring Mohsin. Mohsin had a look in his eyes that he was going to do whatever it takes to keep this game competitive.
Yeah,
he ended up playing, I believe, the whole game or maybe nearly the whole game.
Yeah, probably the whole game.
So we were down 23-8. What were we doing to get ourselves 8 points on the board? No energy. We just watched back some video, you and I. There was no speed.
Yeah.
We weren't using our advantage at all.
Yeah.
And we didn't make any adjustments. Yeah. We were stuck in our zone and we didn't try to mix it up once we got down. We didn't find ways to get to the line.
Yeah.
It was a terrible quarter, my friend. There's not much ways to say it, and Bounce came to play.
And what do you think brought you back in the game?
Mr. Shaf Khan came off the bench. He brought the spark. He brought the speed. He got us a couple fast break baskets. He got us a couple free throws.
34 points he had? 36 points?
36 points. 36
yeah.
points. And he was the spark. He changed our energy. Omar started rolling after that. Zafar started rolling after that. Yeah. And one thing that we did, even though we were down 23-8, is we picked up our defensive energy a lot collectively as a team. Only about three guys scored in this game for 23SB for real.
Yeah.
Outside of Shaf, the guards really struggled. Yeah. I mean, Bounce played as a team. It's just 23SB is very deep.
Yeah.
So guys struggling, we threw another one. Yeah. Some other guys struggling, we threw another body out there. Yeah. Bounce played primarily 6 guys. Yeah. And when those guys got a little worn out, we took advantage and fast braked. He was hitting threes.
Yeah,
Mohsin was hitting threes.
He was hitting threes.
Puring them, yep.
But from your side, Shaf cut the zone beautifully, and he had Zafar cutting on the baseline, and he dished it out a couple of times. A few times you did that as well. Those were some key plays, I think, going into it. Other than that, I think Mohsin, every play of Mohsin was, very, very good. He spun on some and stepped through on some.
He footwork.
Nimble big man for doing.
He's known for a reason. He knows how to play, and he showed it. Yeah. We didn't really have an answer for him, but as you know, it's a 5-on-5 game, so we didn't have an answer for Mohsin. But I think we contained the other threats. Yeah. And I told the guys after is in a game where me, Zed, Shahzain really provide nothing on the offensive end. And we can come out with an 8-point victory, being down 15. The memes are being made. Mazak word, I can feel the jokes that are going to be told.
So that was one of the games. The second game was SSS versus Omega, and that also
featuring our Ans.
That also went south for us, and thoda sa iska ye hai ki we started off not slow. I think we were pushing, but I think SSS came out.
Guns a-blazing, man.
They started hitting
Zayn Ali had 4 threes in the first half.
First half,
Has he ever hit 4 threes in a half?
I've never seen it. I've never.
It doesn't come to my memory, and
I've never seen it.
I think he was 4 for 4.
He was 4 for 4 in the first.
So
half,
there's no way.
Yeah.
LOB stats, people pull it up or video. We have video records.
Producer Maz हमारे stats लाते हैं.
That's big time, man. 4 for 4. Yeah.
4 for 4. अब वो बंदा क्या करे? हम मतलब we were matching shots आगे से.
What about Nakash?
Nakash was, playing serious mood.
Triple S's new addition, big man, strong boy.
He came in, I think the first play he had was कि Nakash layup पे जा रहा है. He jump ball off the jump ball. He went in, spin whim किया, गुड़ुक मारी.
I think he got multiple and ones in the first half.
Yeah, and
I believe he had a double-double by the first half.
We were having trouble guarding Nakash. I think Nakash was, even though I've played with him, Hassan and the Zia probably haven't guarded him just now. I've played with him, itna zyada कि I've guarded him and stuff.
Yeah.
I know his weakness or lacking in his game. So I knew his stamina was not going to hold out 4 quarters if he kept playing at this pace. And we were faster. So when Nakash even scored, so we would just push the ball really fast and just drive by Nakash. Nakash was at half by the time I was at the rim. That was our strategy. I knew we'd come back. The other threat was Zen. Zen ke threes, that was not out of syllabus. I mean, we didn't know what to do, but I was confident that we'd pull it back. Zen ke threes somehow would stop and we would score on one. Our shooting isn't. I have utmost faith in my shooting, my team's shooting. I mean, मैं अपनी shooting पे तो कम ही है, लेकिन Taimur, I know he will shoot 4-5 threes easily. If I give him enough shots, he'll shoot maybe 11-12 bhi. But so we started slowly coming back in the second quarter. I think Triple S being a little inexperienced, they started rushing things. They just slowed it down, played through Nakash. Kept playing through Nakash or
they had some strange substitutions. They didn't ride the hot hand or the wave.
They're definitely lacking in size. But even then, if they added, well, they had to do this. They had to add big bodies. For example, they played Bailey's because he's a big body for them, and they wanted him to play forward or piche khele, defense kare, Nakash ki jagah sans de. But that obviously didn't work out for them because we sliced and diced through that zone. Nakash and Nihal के बगैर वो zone बहुत खाली था. It was very easy getting in. And Hassan and Zia, you have 2 big men जो known for this stuff.
Couple observations I made was that Killer Qadri, Shayan Qadri, played a very good game. He hit shots for you guys in the first half when you guys were struggling on offense a little bit to find some sort of rhythm, flow. Taimur's shot was not falling in first half. And then second half it started raining and pouring. And but Shayan really stood out to me, and I think he's going to be one guy who steps up to the plate with Hassan Zafar making his way out. I was seeing Qadri make some mid-ranges. He had an and 1 mid-range. That was very pretty. So I think if I had to predict, his points per game is going to go up this season. I think he's going to be featured a little bit more.
For sure.
He's very hungry, and he's showing the improvements to his game that he had to improve.
I'll say this, Varve, he's been in the scoring title race every single season. Somehow he's beaten by MMR one time. Raif got him last year. But he's averaging. In our team, I know Shan can score. I challenge him to assist more and not cherry pick as much. We know he's fast, but he sometimes leaks and tries to cherry pick. Like, and he can, even if he set zone में भी run करे ना वो भागे सही तरह तो he can get a fast break आराम से. So I've challenged him as a team. We've all challenged him to get more fast break points on drives, more of his scoring on drives. We know he can shoot. His mid range has always been constant. हम कर लेते हैं. अभी थोड़ी कम हुई है बल्कि अभी he's coming back into it. We've challenged him to drive a little more. So he's definitely shown improvement in all categories, assisting and driving as well. He had a very good assist. I think he passed it. He went up for the shot and passed it baseline to Zia. And that was not something Shan usually does. He's known for just selfishly pulling up. So,
last observation is Captain Ans with the triple-double. How many LOB triple-doubles do you have to your name now?
I don't know, stats master.
And you do know, man. Just come on. Give me a guess. How many come to mind? Like per season, how many have you been getting?
2, 3, I don't know. I'm not sure.
You must have more than that. You must have close to 5.
Producer Maz batayega. Maybe I do. We didn't have Usman Khalid. So a lot of the shots got divided. So Shayan, me, Taimur, we got a little more score.
And here Usman will be back playing this weekend?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, awesome.
And another shout out I'd like to give is to Furqan. Furqan came in. Zain was playing absolutely amazing defense. His scoring was really nice, but his defense,
he was locked in for the first half.
Some fast breaks he stopped 1-on-2 or 1-on-1. उसमें एंड ऐसे भी नहीं कि वो बुरे फास्ट ब्रेक प्लेयर लाइक राइफ था उसके सामने 1-2 प्लेस पे ही स्ट्रिप्ड राइफ ही स्टॉप्ड असद बॉडीड हिम ही स्टोड हिज ग्राउंड एंड स्टोल इट फ्रॉम हिम तो उसने 2-3 बहुत अच्छे प्लेस किए शायद पे भी ही स्टॉप्ड लाइक 3-4 फास्ट ब्रेक्स इजीली एंड उसके बाद फुरकान केम इन फुरकान स्कोर्ड अ फ्यू फास्ट ब्रेक्स ऑन हिम डिड सम रिवर्स माइक एंड स्टफ और लेफ्टी लेअप्स आई हैव नेवर सीन हिम डू बट ही मेड इट एंड he charged that run. उसमें fast breaks हमारे लगे, फिर तैमूर के threes लगे, मेरे एक आधे three लगा. That's what I think brought us back to the lead. And उसके बाद से we never looked back. That was the game. Shout out to the team. I think we stepped up. I think उस्मान खालिद के बगैर हमें इतनी आदत नहीं है सबको scoring करने की, लेकिन हो गया तो हो गया, क्या कर सकते हैं.
It's good reps for everybody. Yeah, you're gonna need it. Yeah.
So a couple games from C2 we had were very, very close. Ronin's Pandas was one of them. Ronin's was looking comfortably in the leads. I don't know, and it came down to the wire. Pandas started hitting some shots. They stole a ball.
Some crazy shots.
Some crazy shots. They
crazy
came back.
Shots.
They were charged up. I don't think they realized that they're losing and they should just stop. They just kept fighting and just nobody checked the score. I think they came within 2. Uspe Badar Azimi had to travel. Unfortunately, he could have gone to the rim, maybe drawn an and one, go to the line. Who knows what would have happened? We were all on the edge of our seats. We were chanting overtime. Me and Zubair bhai were on commentary. We were like, overtime, let's go overtime. And
I honestly think that Maz's leadership and composure in this season helped Ronin's sneak out that win, because I've seen a Ronin's team in the past that maybe would have seen Pandas coming back and might have folded because of internal drama, yelling, kind of losing the focus. Maz did a good job of keeping the focus, and also he made sure to get all his easy ones early in the game, which I tell all young guards is try to get your fast break layups early in the game, try to make your free throws early in the game, so that if a lead is slipping towards the end, you already checked your checklist so many times that you can buy yourself an insurance policy. Also, Maz helped control a couple of emotional guys on his team. He's got Moyed, emotional guy. He felt like he was getting fouled a little bit. And Ronin's, so what happens in a run? One team is bringing more energy. One team is bringing a little bit more physicality. And the other team is maybe manipulating the ball a little bit and playing not as physical. And referees call it as such. So they were calling it that way. And there were times where Ronins were getting frustrated, and I thought Maz's leadership helped them stay the course, and they snuck out the win.
I'll give a shout out to the bigs of Ronins, even though they're not very big, they're forwards, but they played exceptional. I'm very impressed with Mutahir and Moyed, and Moyed we know is solid. Mutahir and Zadi Ali Akbar Zadi has been really impressive for me. He's stepping through the ball. They get worried about the fouls a little, थोड़ा left right हो जाते हैं, confused हो जाते हैं कि ये foul कैसे है, क्यों है, they start arguing with the refs. But they're very good, solid है. और I think defensively they did a good job. All of them were very good. Khizr passed them the ball so much. Khizr ने एक shot नहीं ली. Khizr ने सिर्फ assist की उनको. So he got them in the game. For the Pandas, I think Pocket Master Miran had a very good game. He was assisting left and right. He was full court pressing Maz on some plays or Khizr on some plays. So he has that energy. He brings that energy for the team. I think Ashad Abbasi second quarter में join की थी. I think क्या कहते हैं, if Ashad Abbasi for the Pandas showed up late, he wasn't in the first quarter, but as you can see from the highlights.
I think so. I love this kid's energy. He's long. He's energetic. He's kind of all over the place. I would just ask him to really work on dribbling with his head up, because once he sees his teammates, he'll be able to give it to them, keep running, and
even
get
look
right
at
back.
the rim. So you
look at something
other than ground. All of them were.
I mean, they're
on the bench fighting.
They're gonna figure it out this season by trial and error. Throw everything at the wall, see what sticks. And go from there. But I think that what the clear leaders on their team are Raheen and Abbasi.
And Badr Azimi as well. I think.
And I think when Nambigi has to get a lot more involved for Ronins. Didn't feel his presence in the game. And next time Ronins have a matchup like this, like especially, I've put the title that I want them to win the C2 championship. They're my pick to win C2 championship. Even though I know there are other contenders. But they need to win a game like this by 10 or 15 if they're going to win a championship.
For sure.
This can't be a close game.
Yeah, for sure. They let it slip in the end. I think Mohit had a costly turnover. They had the game in their hands. Mohit had it swatted, stripped from him, and they went the other way. So I think just the composure at the end of games, they learn through trial and error.
Fans of Ronins, here's the little poll topic. What is Maz Kareem so mad at when he plays? He's definitely mad at something. What is he mad at?
He's mad at
Send
Maz.
in your.
He's mad at producer Maz.
Send in your theories, guys.
Producer Maz usko playing
Okay? Maz, yaar, why so angry?
Maz, both Mazes are very angry.
No. Mazuberi has toned it down because a point guard has. Tere se seek raha hai, then okay, he's not toned it down, he's toned it up. He has become very toned. But yeah, that's all we have for this matchup. All right, guys, our next matchup we have is Raiders of the Lost Ark versus the prehistoric triple threat Sabers.
Yeah. So this game also went down to the wire. Omar Butt played spectacularly for the Raiders. So a little backstory for this game was the Raiders were saying we're giving a walkover.
What did you say earlier? They were playing hard to get.
They were playing hard to get.
We all know that experience,
They were
guys.
like, yeah, hum nahi aa sakte, date change kar lo, and show, boss.
Cologne's on, and you're ready to go, and they're playing the games.
भाई ने कहा नहीं भाई आप आ रहे हो नहीं आ रहे walk
The show.
The show ने कहा he put his foot
full
down.
Stare down.
बस खत्म full stare down. But they showed up. फिर Raiders ने कहा चलो आओ देखें फिर.
Those who don't know, we have our resident Sharoz Khan, aka The Show, aka Stare Down.
The show.
We challenge anybody into Karachi if you want to have a stare down competition. We have our number one contender, heavyweight division though.
You lose.
Okay, heavyweight division.
Anyway, so Show played okay for his game. I think the Raiders really surprised people. I think Omar Butt had a big scoring night. This young lad Faz from Habib Public School, he plays in Habib Public. I think all of these boys are very fantastic, fundamentally sound. They're starting to find their groove as well. They did. I didn't think it would be as close as it was.
Yeah.
But they hung around and got it in the end. This guy, Hamza Javed, is spectacular.
Is he?
Yeah, he makes a lot of mid-range shots, a lot of them. And
ended up being a very close game.
Yeah,
right?
It came down to the end, and Sherosho missed his game winner. He was looking for all the glitz and glamour glory.
As he always is.
As he always is, but unfortunately couldn't get it to go.
Because the point I made with C2 is going to be great for these young players' development. Yeah. But guys like me and you have our eyes on a player or two because we always have a roster spot or two available on each team. Guys move in and out. And we're looking at guys like Omar Butt and other players who step up in C2. Yeah. There's going to be spots available, guys.
Do you want to shout them out?
I think I want to get deeper into the season and then I'll shout them out.
Okay.
And
C2 boys, आप coach Zubair, coach Ans को impress कर रहे हैं. आप थोड़ी effort डालते रहे, defense.
Well, any guard who scores more than 2 shots right now is impressing me. If you can score more than 2 shots, you've impressed me.
That's all of C2 for Zubair.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's scoring.
But point being is, guys, I know C2 guys don't want to be C2 guys forever.
Yes,
okay, and next batch of kids who want to come and play in LOB and C2 are probably waiting.
Yeah.
I think I'm seeing a lot of talent in C2 that would be a great 6th man, 7th man on certain teams in C1.
You have to realize कि आप मतलब आपको ये नहीं कहेंगे कि आप ये लो 2-3SB की फ्रैंचाइज की चाबियां आपको मिली, ओमेगा की फ्रैंचाइज की चाबियां आपको मिलेंगी. इस तरह शुरू नहीं होता. आपको you have to ease into that role. And even I think Zubair bhai अपना खुद बता देंगे, a lot of the C1 teams or any team in general जो थोड़ा बेहतर खेलती है, वो यही सोचती है कि स्कोर कोई भी कर लेता है. आपको राइट माइंडसेट दिखाना होता है डिफेंसिवली, एंड आपको एक विलिंग पासर भी होना चाहिए, गुड टीममेट. यहाँ से स्टोरी शुरू होती है.
And guys, if some of you, especially college kids who, and I can say college kids because it's been a long time for me now, some of you are good enough offensively maybe to play in C1 in terms of skill. Run into Mohsen, run into Umar, run into some of these other bodies, and then run into them in the air and feel them. It's different, bro. I've had my ribs shifted on screens. These guys are very big, and they know how to hit you, and they're very clever. So spend a few more years in the gym, have a few more biryanis, have a few more wedding seasons, and then you can be able to take, because the contact in C1, man, I like, after a game, guys, if you see me and Zed shake and some of those guys walking around, it's tough.
Ice packs on our knees and stuff. It's very tough.
Karachi में तो ice मिलती ही नहीं है, लेकिन
कोशिश करते हैं हम.
Ice cream on our knees.
That's for the C2 games. Okay, side. That's all we have for you for today. Tune in next week. We'll have another fun recap or maybe some other shenanigans, hanky-pankies for you guys. Keep tuning in, supporting us. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.
See you next time, guys.
खाना है? Oh यार, cake लाया. Happy birthday, Bilal! Yeah, surprise! Happy birthday to you, Bilal!
Happy
Yes,
birthday,
cake.
dear Bilal.
Cake.
Happy birthday to
Bas chocolate cake है ना यार.
you.
Bilal को chocolate बहुत पसंद है. Bilal.
Yo, it's like it reminds me of the Harry Potter's birthday cake.
Was it like this?
Same feel, huh?